The joys of live streaming. I am back again. Hello. Sorry to have had to cut off before. Just had a little incident with my daughter and a tire. So, but all is fine. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it fixed. It's just a little bit crazy. So, yeah, just a little bit nutty. That's just so I'm hoping everything's going well in your neck of the woods and everybody's doing well. And I put on my post yesterday about energies, and it was interesting to see how everybody was feeling with the energies. Some people were doing well. Yeah, we're doing great. And others are just like crazy, and they're doing nuttiness and having some nutty energies and feelings. Ooh, and my big grandson just woke up. So we have some really Mercury moving into Virgo today. So we have Mercury in Virgo. Oh, you're so big. Can you say good morning to everybody?
Good morning.
You just woke up? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You still tired? You're all awake and ready to go? Yeah? All bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So, what do you want to do today? Do you know yet?
I want to watch my show.
You want to go watch your show? Okay, you can go watch your show.
Like YouTube.
Okay, yeah. There you go. And grab your cookie. And grab your cookie now. So he gets a cookie in the morning. So people's energies were just a little bit all over the place. Some people were doing really well with it. Others felt very elated. And I think also we were having a heat wave here in Alberta, and with the temperatures up to 35 degrees Celsius, which is not, I guess in some areas, in some provinces, it was record breaking. So with the weather's there, so it's just a little bit cray-cray right now. But I feel, right now with Mercury being in Virgo, it's a good thing because he loves to be there. This is his home. He's happy. He's out of Cancer. He's out of Leo. He's gone through the water. He's gone through the fire, and now he gets to go, oh, I'm home. So, and it's like when he's home, he's like, let's get going. Let's get things, let's do things. So you might be getting a lot of energy to really get things going, get things creating, even with the Mars squaring off with Saturn. But, the thing is with a square, when you look at a square, if you're going along and you see a block there, it's telling you it's time to change directions. There's other ways to go. So this energy is really getting us to look into different directions. Where can we go? What can we do? Is there something else that other options for us? If not, maybe it's time for me to really take a time out, take a breath, and breathe, and allow myself to breathe. And somebody asked, can I ever get out of depression? Yeah, you can get out of depression depending what kind of depression you got. Have you gone to the doctor? Have you talked to a doctor? Do you need antidepressants? Are you going for a walk? Are you exercising? Are you changing your diet? What are you doing for your depression besides telling everybody that you're depressed? If you need more help, have you called a hotline? There's a lot of things you can do. So there's things, this is where you could tell Mercury's in Virgo. It's like, boom, this is what you could do. And that's very much how Mercury is in Virgo. It really wants to give you information. It really wants to get you going. And that's what it does. So this energy is about, yes, we still have the sun in Leo. So there's still this brightness. But you can tell that as we're getting closer to leaving and going in around the 21st, 22nd, that the energies are going to be very transformational. So we have this energy that's going to be coming in and giving us some transformation as the sun goes into Virgo. And this is where we need to start looking at with the moon cycles and how the moon, flows, that the moon cycles, being very cyclical. This is about us coming in and going through the threshold, allowing us to release and doing some big exhales. And as we're exhaling, taking some time before we do that, inhale just to pause, to set, to look at, is this where, and start listening deeply into our soul, into our co-creation. And looking into our co-creation, not only with the universe, but the world, humanity, but with our own selves. Are we just piling through life? Are we just like, ring, or, and trying to avoid whatever is going on? Or are we taking truly the time to feel and to hold so that we are not in taking on so much? This is where this energy is coming forth. We are in a transformational time, obviously. And I say obviously because we are, we're coming up to September and coming into September, October, November. Yeah, it's going to be pretty bumpy there. It's going to be some pretty craziness and, as I was saying before, intensity. It's like the dial's going to get turned up a little bit more for us. But this is where we take these moments and allow ourselves to start to focus on where do we want to focus? Where is that intent? Where is that energy that we want to come into creation? Now, there's a little thing that I was looking at this morning, and it said, today, to do nothing but thank you. Say thank you over and over and over again for a full minute, and notice what happens. So take 1 minute today, and say thank you, 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 and doing that for a full minute. And do you start to smile? Do you feel silly? This is what we need to start to doing today. So did you say thank you anyways? Did you feel renewed or remember something magical? So taking 60 seconds just to see what happens and allowing ourselves to see the outcome and the outlay of it all. And that's, with the energies, and as we're walking through these different thresholds, we need to take time, and we need to take time to breathe, to say thank you. And just saying thank you. It's like in Ho'oponopono, we there is like, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Those are the 4 things that Ho'oponopono means. Because when we do the Ho'oponopono, we are sending that love, we're sending that transformation out. So that when we send something out, we know we're going to get it in return somewhere, somehow. May not be immediate, maybe it may not be tomorrow, but it might be a week, a month, a year. But it is not so much that we're worried about when we're going to receive it. That's the thing. If you get hung up that when you're going to receive something, then you're missing a lot of the journey. You're missing the partaking in the journey. You're missing the interactions that arrive upon the journey when we get so hung up on what we are looking for. And here we need to start to look at and clear our mind and empty our mind and just let go. We need to do this every once in a while. Because if we don't, with so much being inundated, and I know so many parents are worried about sending their kids back to school. Some people are worried about, okay, I'm supposed to start my job in September. Am I going to start a job in September? Is it going to come forth? Some people are, worried about, just their next payment. So this is where we need to just take a moment and allow ourselves to and looking at if we're doing, I always imagine, when I love it when yogis tell you to clear your mind, or when a meditation teacher says, clear your mind, clear your mind. And I think, and I'm like, well, you're not really a true meditation teacher, because we truly can't clear our mind. And I feel like there's such a clenched jaw because we get so hung up on, like, I got to clear my mind, I got to clear my mind. We can't. And this is where I find, because such bullshit starts to creep in, that I feel that we need to just take moments right now. Just one moment of just, I thank you. Ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono. We're just sending that out, and it allows our mind to say, oh, okay, we're doing something right now. And especially with Mercury being in Virgo, because your mind is going to be like, okay, let's get going, let's do it. And this is where it's like, okay, I want to, yes, I will. We're going to get this done. But let us look at what kind of, focus we want. What are we wanting to create? What is it that we are looking at and intentionally putting forward instead of just zooming through? And this is where we need to look at where, okay, we just, that energy of the moon still lasts as we're building up, because we're in the waxing phase. So we're in this opening phase of the moon. So as we're waxing it up and coming into into a half moon, which will be in about, I say 5 to 6 days, we'll have a half moon. And this is what, looking at, okay, what do I want to focus on and begin to create in the next, we're going to go for the next 5 or 6 days. What is that energy that I want to start to bring forth from me? So we want to start doing little micro steps. And in doing those little micro steps allows us to look at that. We did a macro. And if we do those little ones, by doing I thank you and the blessings each day, it may not seem like a lot, but it truly is. It truly is. It allows us to stand, more firmly in ourselves. It allows us to be able to have clarity and allow ourselves to feel inspired to do. Beautiful time if you are wanting to do a vision board, like putting things down, looking at different pictures, looking at different things. And if you want, you can do one on Pinterest, you could just do one where what I do often is that when I find pictures or find magazines and stuff, I pull it out and I'll just shove it in my binder, just shove it into my journal. And what doesn't matter what it is. I just see, I really like that. And I pull it and I put it in there for whatever reason. It's just something I was attracted to. It could be that you see different words that are really, grabbing you. And maybe you want to, just write down different words or print them out, whatever it, feels right for you. So this is a beautiful time. As we go closer to the weekend, it's going to get a little rough and bumpy. Weekends seem to be doing that lately, but we're heading into, again, we're heading closer to the half moon phase. We have the moon going into Libra, so there's things that might find a little bit argumentative when it comes to relationships and comes to other people. And the sun is going to be changing signs. So we have so much, different energies that are coming in. And with that, this is where today, this is where the beautiful flow needs to start coming in and allowing for this beautiful flow to come in. So as I was mentioning before my daughter called, Journey Club starts on September 13th. So we have Journey Club starting, and I have payment plans. It's $444, and it's 8 weeks. And there is payment plans where you can pay it all at once if you so desire. That's perfectly okay. I don't mind. Or you can do it in 3 months, 6 months, or pay it over a year if you wish. So my payments don't, this is like just bringing out the payments and moving the payments to work with you. And I set it up on your budget. That's the beauty of it. So if it's like, oh, I get paid on the 14th of every month, or the 10th, or the 25th, or, I'm going to, I can pay you every month on the 20th. Cool. Then that's what you do. The Journey Club is something that I tell people, it is a commitment. It is an 8-week commitment that if you begin to miss and say, I'm going to watch the replay, it's going to be very difficult to get back on track. Just an FYI. Journey Club is a commitment that you have to show up each week. And that's why I put it at $444, because when people put a commitment like that out there, they're going to show up. And this is where I want you to show up. I really want you to show up so that we can create and have you harness more of what you want in life and bring in that transformation. It is something I've been teaching it for the last 10 years, and it's amazing I can say that. And the changes I've seen in people's lives personally when they have done the work, absolutely. It's night and day. It's night and day. Direction comes in, self-esteem, understanding more of their values, trusting of themselves. It's where they really start to get clarity. And even ones who have taken, my first originals that took it, even go back and they tell me, like I refer back. I went back and I was reading my Journey Club notes and what this all means. And I went back to, some have come in, they come in for a reading. And I'm just like, whoa, hey, you're going through week 3 or you're going through week 7 of Journey Club. And it's just like, yeah, I can feel it. So, so allowing them to take that time to review it and to digest it. The reason for 8 weeks, it's 40 days. 40 days is when we can rewrite the messages upon our cells and on our red blood cells, because they renew themselves. So if you look at the messages that you've been giving yourself for the last few days, have they been positive or have they been negative? What are the messages that you tell yourself? What are those thoughts that come in? Am I too fat? Am I too ugly? I'm not worthy. Oh, I'm lazy. I'm this. I'm that. Are those the messages that you are telling yourself? This is really coming in and recognizing that so that you can begin to reroute it so that you are able to say, okay, no, that's not where I want to go. I want to bring in, yeah, I am worthy. Yeah, I am gorgeous. Yeah, you know what? I can do this. And, or, you know what? I'm going to catch my second breath. So this is where this energy comes in, and this is where to do this. And the beauty part about it, and the thing is that a lot of people tell me, it's like, yeah, but you know what? I'm doing my own thing. And I watch and I'm like, okay, but they're not really doing their own thing. They're doing fuck all. And they're like, oh yeah, I tried that, or I tried this and I tried that. It's like changing your diet and saying, okay, I'm going to change my diet because I want to get healthier. Yet I'm still eating chips at night, or I'm still, having, eating junk food in the evening, or having that cola or whatever it is, but I'm wanting to change my diet. I'm doing it. And you find that they're not. And this is like a mind game that you're playing with yourself. You're mind fucking yourself. And when you're mind fucking, there's different ways of you can mind fuck yourself and go, whoa, that's fabulous. Or you can mind fuck yourself to believing that I am really doing something great. Because it just feels good. Like I feel better than I did before. So I can still do this. But in order for you to make that transformation and come fully into that heart space, you really have to understand that you got to rock the boat a little bit in your life, and you got to come into this practice and into a practice that is going to bring you that transformation and change, and put that commitment out there for yourself. And that is with anything. That is with anything. That is allowing yourself to honor yourself, and honor yourself, where my girlfriend calls it, even when you're the ugly gnome. And you're the ugly gnome phase, and it might not last very long, but then you're honoring yourself with those feelings that are coming in. You're honoring yourself with that energy that comes in, that you just need to mumble and grumble and throw sticks and kick rocks and just like, rawr, but you're honoring yourself. And that's what Journey Club allows you to do, is to honor yourself through your phases and through what's going on, and having a place where you can be held for that. And that's what I find is very important. That's my 2 cents. So today, go out, have a fabulous day. Know that your mind might be racing a mile a minute because of that Mercury being in Virgo. And he's home, and he loves to be there. So he really wants to get things done. So you might find like, ooh, let's get started. Later on today, with Mars, or with Mercury, I believe is trining Uranus, might add a little bit of nuttiness. Do I say? Is it trining? Let me see. Mercury, Uranus. The moon is trining. The moon is trining Uranus. So might be a little bit of craziness that comes in with that Uranus energy in the moon. So that you might feel a little bit electrical, a little bit energy just coming in. And if you're in a good spot, you're going to be like, yeah, this is great. If you're not in a good spot and you have been avoiding a lot of shit, it's going to shake things up. I feel it in my mind is going bonkers. Yeah. It's like I just got, and I knew something shifted, and I looked over here, and yeah, there's a few planets that just shifted, and I could just feel it because it just went right through me. So I could feel a shift going through me. So knowing that I need to get, we have a lot of Earth. So as soon as the sun leaves fire, we're not going to have fire for a while, except in Aries with Mars and Eris and Chiron. So that's going to be bringing in some crazy transformations for us. Just saying. Just trying to be steady Eddie with the world load. But what do you do for a practice? That's the thing. Like, when people say that they're being steady, what are they doing for practice? Like, are you doing daily prayers? Are you doing daily meditations? Are you keeping a journal? Are you taking time out and blessing everything and doing it on a daily way? It's like, even when I was in church, we had prayer circles, or we had we went in and we did activities with other people. And that's what I find is that the thing is that what we are finding is that we are co-creators, meaning that we work together. Even where it's written that, where more than 2 or 3 gather, there's power there. The power of 3, there's power there. Right. And bringing that power out. And that's really important. So when we're doing groups, or when I'm doing a group, it's very powerful when we have, two of us, like me and somebody else, or me and two, how many ever others, but there's power there. So if you are able to do things in a group, the power is there. It's just absolutely fabulous to do it. My rosary hangs here. I got my rosary here and my other beads hang here. So I think that's all. So I invite you to lay down your floor of what it is that you want, and design, and come in. Yeah, I'm back and I'm just signing off. Let's see. We handled it. We're fine. But taking some time, saying thank you. And yeah, they're just saying it's time to go, Mom. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much love and light. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Thank you so much for being a part of my community, and sending you out so much prayers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings, everybody.